Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jake, and we're going to be continuing to talk about night vision, and specifically Gen 1 Plus night vision. This is the Challenger Pulsar that I previously had on the channel. Got a few different things I want to discuss and things that happened to me when I went to Drakelow Tunnels after the last video where I had just got the unit. I'm going to be splicing into some videos as well, so you get to see some more footage through the unit, so you can have more of an idea of what you're going to see. So yeah, let's jump into it. I went to Drakelow Tunnels last week, just gone. Made a video, fairly popular. People were commenting on it, which was good. As the channel's obviously just getting started, it takes a long time to have anyone talk to me on these, so greatly appreciate to the people that did. I'm just going to go through a few things that happened. When I got to Drakelow Tunnels, I met a guy there, decent guy. He was talking to me about his night vision. He had got a Gen 2 Plus, so it was quite interesting to talk to him and actually look through his version, which was quite interesting to see the differences between the two units. And then I got to test my T20 torch, use my IR laser and my tracer unit combined, and then have a couple of thoughts about my ASG shadow pistol, when using it with the night vision. So anyway, to get started, I went down last week and I played all day. I played every game other than one with the night vision, and I had an absolute blast. Guys, if you are worried about using night vision or buying a Gen 1 Plus night vision device, stop worrying, and if you have the money, then spend it. If you guys are going to be doing stuff very similar to me, and you're not doing anything too hardcore when it comes to Airsoft, where you're not going to a ton of mil sims, then this is definitely something to look into. If you are doing light mil sims, or you're doing light mil sims, or you're just going occasionally to the odd event like I do when I go to Gangster City, then this is a brilliant device for you guys. If you don't want to be spending thousands of pounds and you don't have the budget, then really don't worry. You can get a decent unit like what this is for £300, and that's brand new. So disclaimer again, just to let you guys know, I've got mine for £170 off eBay, second hand used, and this is the first gameplay that I've ever used it, and I'm so happy that I've got night vision. Yes, of course, at some point I may want to go up to Gen 2 Plus, because I've just seen the other day, I met a guy, he was absolutely brilliant. He'd got loads of information. He'd also got a helmet, so I got to check out what he'd got attached to his helmet setup, and how he'd mounted the night vision to his helmet, and all that different information. I'm going to apply that, and that's going to be going onto the channel very soon, where I'm actually going to buy all the stuff that I need to mount this, and if there are any problems that I come across, I'll mention them in a video. So anyway, yeah, I got there, and this guy was telling me and talking to me about his, and we went out together when we went to the game, and the first thing he did say to me is the Gen Plus torch and my Vastlight T20 torch, both of these were very bright. He was very impressed with how bright they were. Can be a gift and a curse, I guess, if you're playing hardcore events where you're not really supposed to use IR torches, because you might get spotted by other night vision users. Then they're probably the opposites of what you want. But if you're looking at a CQB indoor arena, or if you're looking at trying to navigate with a Gen 1 Plus unit with IR light, then they're going to be absolutely perfect for you. I didn't really have many problems when navigating around Drakelow Tunnels. There was a bit of depth perception, which is going to come with practice, and it is quite weird to feel like you're about 20 centimetres to 30 centimetres, even sometimes up to a metre away from an object, when really, it might be, well, it's always a little bit further away than you would think, and you end up sometimes holding your arm out like an absolute pillock trying to figure out where the gate's going to start. And then other times, like I did, you run into a wall. I ran into a wall pretty hard, took the night vision unit up. I actually didn't have the night vision down. I had it to the sky, but my eyes hadn't adjusted and I ran straight into a wall. So give me some shit in the comments about running into walls, if you like. But yeah, definitely depth perception is something you've got to get used to. I think it's even more apparent when you've got a monocular like what I've got here. So that's one thing to be prepared for. Anyway, moving on. I changed the batteries out, like I said in the last video, in this pet box, and also in the night vision. The ones that came in, the bloke that sold it me left the batteries in, so the batteries were absolutely perfect, but I changed them out just to be on the safe side. And then I charged this T20 torch. Found out the name for you guys. So it's a Vastfire torch. It uses one of these batteries. There's the serial number there for you guys if you need it. These batteries lasted me all day. Still got charging it now, so absolutely fantastic. Pet box. I had already got it set up for the red laser, and when setting it up for the IR laser, so the IR laser, I don't know if it will come up on the camera. Probably not, because I've got the torch on my actual camera as well, so it's probably sort of blocking it out. So anyway, the this was absolutely brilliant, dialed in perfectly and was pretty much bang on target when I was using it. So great shout out to FMA or Element. I can't remember which one this was now. I think this is the Element pet box that I've got here, so good shout out to them. Brilliant when it comes to pet boxes. I used red tracers that day, and I used it with this. This is my tracer unit that I've got. It's an ASG tracer. If you look on eBay, this is the cheapest one on the market, and it does everything that you need. You don't need to spend a load of money unless you want a small version. This one is more than capable of lighting the way for tracer pellets. I use red tracers, which, to be fair, you could do with having green tracers if you want to see more, but the reds work very well, and I found that they work really well, to be fair, with night vision, because you don't want to be spotted with a big green tracer going flying towards the enemy. So red tracer did really well, to be fair, so I was quite happy with that. Just a personal preference, guys. So yeah, if you want to go with the other colour, it doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, the video you saw at the end shown the T20 torch, the video previously, and it works absolutely brilliantly. It is quite bright, so shining it at the floor does help with illumination. As I said in the previous video, the only thing is it does tend to lose a bit of power when you shine it towards the floor. It doesn't light up the entire area like I wanted it to. In small low cut rooms, so low ceiling rooms, you're going to find that it's more and more effective to shine at the floor, but obviously keep in mind, if it's weapon mounted, which mine was, to be fair, most of the day, weapon mounted, you're going to really struggle, because obviously you've got to have the gun up if you're going to be shooting anybody anyway. So just something to be aware of. What I just tended to do was have a 45-degree angle pointed towards the floor, which tend to help me out. So yeah, it was pretty good, to be fair. I was really impressed. The Pulsar Challenger, I've just got to hand it to them. They've really made a really decent unit, to be fair. I'm really happy with what I've got, and I think, yes, it might not rival the Gen 2s and the Gen 3s in the world, but it definitely does a damn good job for the price. And me paying £170, it's a no-brainer, guys. Even if you just buy the actual unit itself, you can pick the head straps up with it, with the whole unit, to be fair, for like £300. And I would pay £300 now using this. I was tempted to buy another one, to be fair, and try and find some way of mounting them either eye. So but I have to sort of calm myself down sometimes when I sort of have those thoughts, because I will end up doing it. So but yeah, very impressed Very impressed. These batteries, again, these lasted all day, which was absolutely fantastic. They came with this. I didn't show it in the last video. This is the charger that comes with it, and it comes with a little cable, just like a normal phone cable, and you can plug it into a battery pack or whatever you like. It does take a long time to charge, so I may actually get a second battery just to be on the safe side, but you don't need one, to be fair, like for the gameplay that I did. If you're going out on ops and coming back, like with these milsim games where you may come out for a few hours, you know, on the evening time, you're not going to be spending more than 12 hours out. So I would probably say that you probably get a good 4 to 5 hours out of a battery if you're using it constantly. So just something to be aware of if you guys want to get another battery. They're not very expensive. I just get the cheapest charger. This actually came with the torch, which was fantastic really for the price, £20, and you get the battery and the torch and the charger, which was great. So yeah, one more thing to say was, obviously I've got this pistol here. This is my trusty ASG pistol. This is one of the pistols that I've featured many times on the channel. One thing I would say is, obviously, using a weapon without any lasers or anything like that, that's like an IR laser, it is absolutely ridiculously hard to get any way of trying to aim these pistols. It's just not going to work, unfortunately. You just can't look down the sights, which is obviously a given considering everybody says it, but I just wanted to try it for myself to see if I could get anything, and you just can't see. The depth perception is just too hard to be able to get a good sight picture. So it's something that I'm going to be looking into. I have got a rail on the front here that I can utilise, so I will be looking at utilising that area there, and I'll remake a Kydex holster to accommodate that in the future. So but yeah, anyway, talking about the future, guys, we're going to have a couple of videos now added onto the channel, which is going to show more footage through the Gen 1 Plus night vision. I'm going to show you what it looks like in the house that I promised in the last video, and we're going to get a bit more footage as well of other images through it. So stay tuned to that, guys. Stay tuned to the channel. This is not the end of my coverage on this topic. I will be continuing to talk about it. Obviously, full disclaimer again, it's my first game using this night vision, so, you know, give me the benefit of the doubt. It may take some time for me to properly get a full rounded opinion, but I'm just sort of vlogging and showing you guys, you know, what I think and how happy I am with this Pulsar. So anyway, guys, I'll see you in the comments section below, and peace. Right, so we're going to just show you now what it looks like for the night vision. This is with the lights on. There's only one light on. I'm going to turn the light off now. So as you can see, just before we go, all my lights are off. So I'm going to walk through here and then to the left, and there's my bedroom. So just so you guys know where we're going. The only thing I've left on is the Christmas lights there, but when you turn all these off, you turn this off as well, it goes completely pitch black. You can just barely see anything. So okay, here we go. There's the night vision. There's the night vision. Here we go. So bear with me a little bit, because it's kind of hard to get it lined up. Gotta look for the green. There we go. So, as you can see through here, I'm stood right at the back of my kitchen. Now this is blurred out, and the reason why it's blurred out is because what tends to happen is you've got to adjust the focal range. So I've got the IR light on. If I actually, what we'll do is we'll go for a quick little walk to show what it looks like. So as you can see, it tends the light tends to wash out the colours of things, so sort of trying to figure out what things look like is kind of hard. Out. So it's the floor. So I use this as an example. You guys can make that out. Kind of need to adjust the focus one way or the other. Boom. There you go. So that is actually supposed to be a red pigeon thing for Christmas. I can't think what it's called now. A robin. That was it. It's supposed to be a robin. And then turning, so you can see. Obviously the lights are going to come up real bright. That's actually a better picture now, guys. So I'm going to just show you back in the front living room, so you can see. Washes out that there is grey on the picture, as you can see. That is not grey. That is actually a black shade, but it comes up grey. Looking back, makes it look like the Christmas tree is actually on. Weirdly enough. Where we're going back over here. So now I've got it the right focal, you can see how clear it actually can be, which is pretty much identical to your eyes really. It's just when you haven't got the IR light on. As you can see, that's the video before. So yeah, pretty decent to be fair, and you can see all the kitchen perfect, you know. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm just going to get the IR laser out of my pocket, and I'm going to put it on the shelf next to me, so I can't carry everything unfortunately. So that laser, there's the pet box there, it's hard to see in the camera. That is the pet box. It's hard to get it focal, get the focal range on it. So when you tend to look down the sights, you've got to look for that, just that white dot basically. Trying to do this one-handed is extremely hard. So as you can see, oh, yeah, that's not going to happen. As you can see, the laser sort of is a very bright white, so that's pretty good. Just doing the next thing, give me 2 seconds, I'm going to grab the torch as well. So I'm moving away, 2 seconds. Putting the torch on as well. Couple of seconds, here we go. So looking for the green again. Getting good at this now, guys. So the batteries are a little dead on the torch, as I used it the other week. Where am I looking? Let me grab the torch there. So that is it zoomed out, and I'm knocking everything off here now. There we go. So there's the laser. There we go. So the laser's very, ooh. So it's very bright, to be fair, when you have it shined everywhere. So that's the laser, and then also that's the torch. So when I was talking about shining it at the ceiling, you can have it shine at the ceiling, it will still light up. So if I was to turn the IR light off, as you can see there, when you don't have, that's the IR light off, guys. So it's quite dark, and then that is the IR light shining at the floor, at the ceiling. So that's shining in, and then as you shine it in, you see it changes it. So that's one I thought hang on a minute, it might work better. But as you can see, when you're shining it at a grey floor, it doesn't give you the best result. So guys, that's the video completed. This is just a short clip now, just to show you what it looks like when you can see an IR torch through night vision. I struggle a little bit here. This is one of the first videos I did when I was down at Drakelay. As you can see there's the torch being shined across the floor, and that's the other guy that was I was talking about at the beginning of the video. So as you can see, down that area there, that is a completely dark alleyway. You can't see nothing. When you take that camera away, you can't see a single thing. So anyway guys, have a good one. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.